Wipeout? You mean like the show with the red balls? Hello everyone, my name is Bait, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Wipeout soundtrack. For those unaware, Wipeout is a very old racing game from the PlayStation 1. It has a futuristic setting where you race hover cars and you bump into each other and you have different power-ups, and it's great fun. Recently, Cold Storage, the guy who produced the music for Wipeout, has decided to make a big record release for 2023. There are two versions. I have the standard one, and we're going to have a look at that today. So without further ado, here is the Wipeout soundtrack. And here it is. As you can see, it says Wipeout in this big silver, really nice looking, minimalistic looking artwork. It says Wipeout, and it says Cold Storage, the Zero Gravity soundtrack, and some stuff in Japanese there. Yeah, Wipeout. I've never played the original version of Wipeout. I played the second one called Wipeout 2097, and that game was a blast. It's also very difficult. Now, one thing to note about this soundtrack is that in the original Wipeout game, especially in the European version, they actually have some licensed music. That is not included on this record. It's all Cold Storage music that he's produced, as well as some remixes from some other artists that I'll have a look at in just a second. But there's the cover. There's like I said, there's two variants of this album. This is the standard black vinyl version, but there is also a silver vinyl version that has some other little changes, which again I'll get into shortly. I bought this from Rough Trade. I think I paid £45 for it. I think you can get it cheaper, so I feel a bit scammed. Anyway, that's the front cover. This is artwork by, I believe they're called Basora. Basora. Not to be confused with the original people who made the artwork called the Design Republic, where this sort of art style comes from. There's more of it on the back as well. That sort of like futuristic, like very minimal looking, almost like Asian robotic looking style. So here we have Cold Storage there. His name where it says he's produced all these tracks. And then here are all of the feature artists who made some remixes of some of the tracks from Wipeout. And what I like about it is that they've actually got their own little icon as well. Almost like you'd see in the actual game, where each, I think, like different like hover car has their own like team with their own little logo, which is a nice little detail, which I do like about Wipeout. And the whole style of Wipeout is actually really good. Again, like I said, if you haven't played it, or maybe your parents may have played it, it's from the 90s, so who fucking knows. And on the side there it says Cold Storage, Wipeout, the Zero Gravity soundtrack. Inside, now this is a gatefold record. So inside, there's Cold Storage there. Again, following this very nice sort of silvery design. It's very silvery, so I hope you can kind of make out. Yeah, there is text there as well. So there's Cold Storage there. He's chilling, making some absolute fucking fire. He's cooking in the studio, and this is actually an interview. A bunch of questions, and it's actually an interview with Cold Storage, basically talking about Wipeout, his involvement with it. Talks about the music as well, which I've got to say, the music to this soundtrack is really, really good. It's a bit kind of like techno, kind of trance. It reminded me of The Prodigy a lot. Not as sort of hardcore as The Prodigy, but it has that sort of familiar kind of like early Prodigy kind of sound, which ironically, actually in Wipeout 2097, I think Firestarter is actually on the game when you play it. That's pretty cool. Now this is, even though it's a single sort of normal gatefold, this actually houses 3 records, which I'll show you in a second, but first there's a bonus. Also included is this small piece of artwork, just a 12 by 12. It says Wipeout, Cold Storage, and Zero Gravity soundtrack. Like that. It's like a little cut from the actual logo itself. Now, this is what you get with the standard version of this record. The limited edition version, which was on Cold Storage's Bandcamp, we could also buy some long sleeve t-shirts as well. They're all sold out, sadly. I couldn't get my hands on one, but they do look really cool. And I believe actually instead of this print, you get one of the Wipeout racers. So they have a little helmet and a race suit on. And it has a sort of similar color scheme of the all white with some orange, pink, and little splashes of like blue as well. And it really just pops. It's incredible artwork. I didn't get that, sadly. Also available in the special edition is a sticker sheet with all of the little logos from the teams in the game as well, which I'm actually kind of bummed out I didn't get, because I actually thought they looked really sick. Because I do really like this art style. It's definitely one of my favorites. But this print is actually, it's really nice. This one's quite, it comes on a nice bit of glossy paper as well, and it's a little bit thicker than usual. So it's not just some cheap shitty insert that they've just thrown in there. It's actually quite a nice little print, which I'm gonna touch and get on my grubby fingers all over. Now let's have a look at the records themselves. So here's the first LP. Comes in a plain black inner sleeve, but we do have the, there you can see that, the anti-static little sleeves in there, which is always good. These records aren't as heavy as I thought they were going to be. I've played these records and they sound incredible, actually. They sound really good. They're not as weighted, I think, just to sort of cut down on costs, but they do sound good, all right, trust me. And each one just has a little colour for the side A labels. This one's a light blue and it says Wipeout there. And then on the other side, my goodness, I do like how this looks. It's yellow there. Oh, it's a shame you can just about make it out. I'll probably show better on the other colours. But here it actually says it has all of the track names there. And it goes around in a little bit of a spiral. My camera's not doing it justice, sadly. I think those are actually just all of the song credits there that sort of go around the needle hole of the record. But you have some tracks there and some tracks at the bottom there as well. And then on the other side of the gatefold, where you find the other two LPs, again, all in plain black. Let's open this one up. This is the second disc, I believe. Yes, it is. Let's see. And on the front of this one, it comes in a pink. Again, it says Wipeout, and that's silver. Again, it would have been nice to have these on the silver record, but I've got to say, even on the black, they look great. They look fine. On the other side, it's a green label. And again, a similar style to the first LP. You have the tracks there at the top and there at the bottom, with the credits going around the needle hole. And then finally, here we have the third LP. Again, like the others, a black anti-static sleeve. It's kind of a shame, I guess, with the black sleeves. I mean, like, again, like, I know it's not like a huge, big, like, demand for this record, to my knowledge. Maybe there is. Maybe there's a huge fan group of people who love Wipeout and actually want this music. By the way, even if you haven't played the music and you if you haven't played Wipeout, sorry, and you do like trance and like sort of 90s sounding techno club music, please pick this up. It's great. Anyway, there is the third LP label, orange, silver Wipeout, and then on the other side, in that contrasting purple color there as well. And this one actually has all of the remixes on it, which is why the credits go on for a little bit longer there. But again, I love this style. It looks really nice. I say lap sus. It's a sus on it. Huh, is that Among Us? Sorry, I'll stop. And that's going to do it for the Wipeout soundtrack. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know if you picked this up. Let me know, hey, maybe you even got the limited edition silver version, or maybe one of the cool long sleeves that Cold Storage was selling on his Bandcamp. I wish I picked one of those up, and I sadly missed out. And hey, let me know if you've actually ever played Wipeout. Again, I highly recommend it. Again, like I said, I've only played the second one, but I'll definitely give the first one a go now that I've actually picked this up. And actually, talking about the second Wipeout, 2097, there is actually the soundtrack for that on vinyl, which I might try and get my hands on. It's quite hard to find, so I'll have to keep an eye out for it, and maybe I'll do a video about that as well in the future, who knows. But thank you so much for watching, and do take care of yourselves, and have a good one.